Hello guys, my name is Muhammad Zulfakar bin Sabah. I'm from group D7. Today I'm gonna talk about a JavaScript function. There's three functions in JavaScript, which is function in JavaScript is used to invoke, which is called or executed something from the HTML. Second one is a function names can contain a letter, digit, underscore, and $sign. Later you will see from our HTML codes. User can use the same code and only change a different type of argument. That's all from me. Tak tahu lah. Cerita dah dengar. Tak tahu. No. Tak boleh kuat. For the first example that I will be showing you for JavaScript in function is this code right here. This code, as you can see in the output, is to ask user what fruits do you prefer, apple or orange. As you can see right here, we use form and a radio type to make the user choose either apple or orange. For the function in JavaScript, we use two functions, which is function check and function uncheck. Function check called the apple variable, which is on button on click in HTML, as you can see right here, and it says here that apple check equals to true. This is for when the user click on check apple, then the check automatically be on apple and not the orange. And for the second function, which is uncheck, is equals to false, which is when the user click the uncheck, then the function will uncheck from the apple radio. But the user can still check and uncheck the apple just like this. It's still working as a radio type button. But by adding these two functions, it will ease the user to check the default value, which is apple, and uncheck the same value. The value apple is called by document.getElementsById because it is called right here ID apple and ID orange, but the check only call apple. So if you want to add the true and false check for orange, you can add another two more functions or include in the same function in this check and uncheck code. That's all from me for the first part. Thank you.
Okay, for this part, the HTML shows the outcome result of 4 multiplied with 3. This happens in the function where it calls P1 and P2, which is 4 and 3, and it is calculated in the function. The ID from HTML is retrieved in the function by calling it in document.getElementById, which is calculate. So, and then it shows that the function is 4 and 3, which shows the result, which shows the outcome, which is 12.
Hello, my name is m.farhanuddin. For this part, I want to talk about a JavaScript function, which is we use the string as things that we use in the function. Okay. The first thing, we use usual HTML body, and then we use JavaScript function as our title, and we use heading 2. Okay. That's for HTML. That's why you can see and when you run, you can see the JavaScript function with the header 2. And then we use a paragraph outside my function. Course name is undefined. Okay, that's also usual we use in the HTML. We can see when we run, also it appears the word that I said before this outside my function. Course name is undefined. Okay, for this part we use HTML also, but we use ID selector, which is we declare first ID is course 1. Okay, then ID selector, the second ID selector is course 2. We use the HTML syntax as usual, and then after that we use a Java. First thing we use a script, my function. Okay, my function is the name of our functions, and then in my functions there is var course name, which is the name of the var is a dit. Inside after that we use document get element by id. That's because we use ID selector, so we use document get element by ID. We use the word we declare in first ID selector, which is course 1 dot inner HTML that we want to connect with the HTML. Okay, type of course name and then plus course name. That is in the my function, and after that we not use in function. We close the bracket, and then after that we use var course name dbis, the second one, but this is not a function. Then we get the document get element by id, which is course 2 that we declare first in the ID selector for the second, same as the first one but not in a function. HTML type of is course name. Okay, after we run, we can see that string dit is displayed because in our function we use course 1 only, but the second one, course 2, is not in the function, it outside the function. So when we run, it's only disappear string dit, right? That's because dbis not in our function, so it cannot appear in the run up in the Google Chrome. Okay, that's all it from me. Thanks.